Can I tell y'all something that happened to me? I think it was like Thursday or something. I woke up, cut the TV on. The screen is black with like lines running down it, but you can still hear it. So I'm on YouTube trying to find how to fix it. I'm hoping it's something like, simple as maybe unscrewing some, screwing it back in. And I did that. I unplugged the TV. I unplugged the cable cord, blah, blah, blah. And I've come to the conclusion after being a Google sleuth, looking for answers, that I believe one of my bulbs in the TV is probably broke. So I have to get that prepared. I looked on YouTube on how to do it yourself, but when it comes to something like that, I think I'll leave it to a professional. I don't want to mess it up. It's a 70, I think it's either a 70 or 75 inch screen, and it's like, I don't want to mess that up. It was too expensive to get. And I was like, oh my God, I got this Love and Marriage Huntsville thing coming up, but I remember OWN has an app, so I had to watch it on my phone on the little OWN app, because you can get connected. Like if you have an internet provider or cable provider, you just click it to that and you get to watch it. Just like on TV, only it's on the phone. So anyway, we're on episode 5. We're moving pretty quickly. I think per season they have like 8 episodes usually. And I think they're going to do a break and then probably come back in the fall, or what is it, June? Yeah, probably come back in the fall or maybe even the winter. So we continue on from Destiny and Moses having their little hash it out type of thing. And it's pretty much just the same things about he's saying that he felt like she was neglectful and not seeing him. She pointed out to him that she flew to see him multiple times. When I was watching this, I kind of feel like he was jealous of her in a way. I feel like he was jealous that she was, because I know at the time she had a hair store in Huntsville. I'm not quite sure what she's working on now, but I think he might be one of those type of guys that can't handle or doesn't too much want a woman that has that going on, because he kept saying neglect, like, you can't be in 2 places at once. Like, I'm not saying his points aren't valid. They're valid to him, but that's just what I got off on it. Got from it, was that he's just a little jealous. We move on to Tisha and Latricia in the gym. I feel like that was Tisha's first time trying to get to know Latricia. I think they should do that kind of stuff in other places besides the gym, because the gym is for working out. Like, who wants to go to the gym and you got cameras there and people standing all in front of the machine you're trying to use because they're doing a show? Like, I just feel like places like coffee shops, restaurants, where you can actually say, hey, we're filming, blah, 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 let's set this aside for this. I don't know, because it's just kind of weird. Like, now when it's cast members that know each other and that are cool and they're talking, that's different. When you're trying to get to know somebody. So she found out Latricia's close with Stormy, and she jokingly was like, ooh, I gotta get a new fitness instructor and stuff. So her and Stormy are still on the outs. It's hard to keep up with who's beefing with who or who's not talking to who, because there's like so many 6 degrees of separation type thing going on in this group. Like, I know Melody pretty much doesn't fool with anybody on the show, really. She just shoots scenes with them to, I guess for the sake of the show. Wasn't much going on in the gym. So we move on to Melody. So Melody has this Pretty in Pink party. I think that's cute, man. I wish I had like a group of friends where we can have, dress up in a certain color and have our little, drinks and snacks and girl time and talking. That's always nice. But Melody's good for that. I think since the show's been coming on, she's been having like stuff like that. I think she had a tea party once. I think that was her. I think she threw that. I know she was at it. So none of the cast members are there, which basically proves what I just said. Like, she ain't really just cool with none of the girls on the show anymore. And so one of the friends She kind of reminded me of Tamar Braxton, like the way she looked. I kind of kept looking like, Tamar, is that you, girl? So, the Tamar girl, I'm gonna call her Tamar, she's basically trying to play matchmaker with Melody, and Melody was talking about how Martell popped up on a date that she had when they were divorced, and they showed the clip of that from probably like 2-3 seasons ago. I just couldn't deal with that. Like, just think you're divorced, you're trying to move on with your life, and your ex-husband pops up and taking pictures and video of you. Like, he really has a hard time letting her go. I don't even know if it's her that he wants or the control of the situation. You know what I mean? So she was just pretty much like, hey, you know, seeing what I've been through and, you know, dealing with Martell and how he acts, I have to think about all that before I bring somebody into my life, which makes a lot of sense. Like, I probably, until he calms down, then we can worry about dating and all that, because it's like, yeah, what if you're with a guy, y'all are out on a date, and a guy has a gun and shoots Martell? I'm just saying. I'm going all over the place. Now, Melody, that purple outfit that she had in the confessional when they were at the pink party thing, that scared me. Like, it looked more like a costume. Like, if I saw somebody wearing it down the street, I'm serious, I jumped a little bit, because it's like, okay, I know she's with like the super glam and stuff, but girl, who was that designer? So that pretty much concluded the pink party thing. It was pretty much just her and Tamar trying to hook Mel up, talking about hooking her up with somebody. She was there with like 4 or 5 of her friends. Like I said, none of them are on the show. So Stormy invites Latricia and Martell over. Now Latricia's already there. Martell comes over. He acts like he doesn't know Latricia, but Latricia says she knows him because she knew his brother in school. And so that whole scene was like, I think it was maybe edited to maybe assume that maybe they had something going on. Latricia, of course, did not. She was talking to her boyfriend later and explained it to him. But I don't get why Martell acted like he didn't know her either. Like, I can understand when he was walking behind, he just saw hair and not her face. But when you see her to her face, you could just be like, oh, hey, girl, how you doing? Like, why are you making it seem... That was weird. Like, Stormy was weirded out. Latricia was weirded out / insulted. Because it's like, why are you acting like you don't know me? And then he was like, well, you know, the last time I saw her, she just looks different. And so Latricia was like, yeah, I was like 95 pounds. And I'm like, okay, she hasn't gained that much. What is she, like 130 now? That's not enough weight for you to not know who she was. I don't get that either. I don't know if he was trying to have a moment for the show. You can't really tell with him. So she invites them over because she's having this gala. You know, Stormy has this brand called Canvas Beauty. If it's not Canvas Beauty, then it's Canvas. But it's, you know, a hair care line. But what really blew her up, especially on TikTok, are the little body butters that she has. And so she's recruiting Martell and Latricia to be models for this, you know. So she wants them to be topless and gonna have models rubbing the butter on them, you know. Good strategy, selling strategy. And so that's what she invited him over there for. And this was nice to see Martell in a non-asshole-ish role. Like, he was smiling, he was laughing, nobody was talking about Melody, nobody was talking about divorces and side chicks and Nell being a side. Like, we didn't have to hear any negative stuff at that time. It was just, hey, can you model for me in my little gala that I'm having? And shout out to Stormy, because she is just, this business that she has, it's just great to see someone, you know, just make it like that, you know. I think that is so cool. I actually have her shampoo. It's called this one is called a booster, scalp booster. You use that first, then a shampoo, then a conditioner. Now, I don't know about trying the body creams, but I might give it a try just to see what's up. But yeah, her shampoo stuff's pretty good. That's the only thing I've had. I don't have like any like deep conditioner or anything. And so, last but not least, Moses meets up with his wife Sunni and basically goes over the meeting between him and Destiny. First thing she asks is, what was she wearing? And my first thought was, are you like insecure? Do you feel like Destiny still wants him? She comes off to me like she was in a relationship with him and Destiny was messing with him while she was with him or something. Like, she's still very defensive and aggressive towards Destiny. And I don't get it. She's still denying the friendship. She's still saying, well, she can't guess, you know, my favorite color, blah, blah, blah. I mean, in her mind, she doesn't feel like it was anything wrong what they did. Now, she said something, and she was like, well, she was a side chick. She was the one getting flown out. I don't know if she said flued or flown, but flown out and screwed and sent back. And while you had other women, and you know, you picked me, and I'm just like, I don't like using the pick me term too much because I feel like it's just overused. Like, the original definition is just, I think a lot of people online that don't like men just call any woman that's nice to a man a pick me now. But she actually fits the definition, because you're over here talking about how Destiny was one of many, and the whole time she's talking about this, Moses is nodding like, yeah, you're right, and she's like, yeah, but I'm the one that you got, and you got me. And it's like, it's giving, I'm desperate for a man. And it's sad because Sunny's not a bad looking lady at all. I understand that's not all it's about, but it's like, I'm pretty sure you can attract people. You just acting like, is there something else? Like, I feel like we're missing something, because she's more like Destiny seems to be more upset with him, I think, but Sunny's like totally on her butt about this whole her Moses situation. Honestly, if I was Destiny, I wouldn't have met up with him. Maybe that was for the show, you know what I'm saying, for some content for the show, but I wouldn't have met up with him. It's like, y'all are married, so what's the point of me talking about how I felt like y'all did me and how I felt like it was wrong, yada, yada, yada. Like, they're married, so just move on. I mean, that's what I would do. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get on out of here. Shout out to my 63 subscribers, and shout out to all of you that are not subscribed. If you could please subscribe for me. As always, peace and blessings, and until next time.